Hiya, it's me again. Back, as I said, on a daily basis, just to put the positivity out there and the journey of oneself to make sure that everybody has got a chance that's actually watching these that I'm putting out. As I said, it's a diary, it's a conversation, it's looking for like-minded people to get involved and be involved, and the same sort of people as myself that want more, want better, want to have a fuller, richer life, want to be the best person that they can be, want to basically build principles for themselves, for their families, for their loved ones, and to help within this network, community of socially like-minded people. So as I say, I want to get straight into it, and I'm going to talk about basically what's within and what we have to actually do, and put down some sort of program to program our minds to be the best that we can be, and to do it from doing smaller things, getting onto the bigger things that I do within myself. You can all do it a different way. It doesn't have to be exactly the same way. So just building up your principles, because sometimes it will feel like you're screaming, you're just screaming inside, and it feels like no one can hear you, no one feels the same way that you feel, nobody can understand what you're going through. But there are thousands, millions of people that are exactly going through the same thing as what you're going through, because I'm going through the same thing myself, where you want things to happen, and you do want them to happen quickly, and you want a change, but with that feeling of screaming within inside, the changes are going to have to come from within inside. And sometimes it does feel like no one else can hear you on this planet, even though you can be sitting next to somebody, and sometimes when you are talking, it feels like sometimes that you are just talking to the converted one, which is normally yourself. It feels like you are just talking to yourself sometimes. But I know that there are other people out there, because there are thousands, if not, as I said, like millions of people that are actually going through exactly the same sort of feeling, where they feel as if, what do I have to do for somebody to hear me? What do I have to do to get to the next level? What do I have to do to say, you know, it's going to be okay? Just say that you're not okay. Sometimes you just have to say, I'm not okay, and I need the help, and I need to have a conversation with somebody. But it's about, for me, building up the trust within somebody else as well, so that they are hearing you and they believe in what you're saying. It doesn't feel as if like you're going completely mad. We all have to work out within ourselves what's right for us. We can hear from other people, but we have to know that at some point we're going to have to take that leap of faith from within ourselves to go and do exactly what we were built to do, what we were made to do. And what I mean by made to do, that means someone else is telling you to do. It's what you are telling yourself that you have to do. And you know, but it's just that point where you have to just truthfully trust within yourself to say, right, I can't keep going on day to day to day to live like this or to be like this. I have to change, because it might be just a case of where you're thinking, I have to change my diet. It might have to be a case of where I need to change my health for fitness, because I might be overweight, or I'm not eating as properly or as clean as I should, or I'm drinking too much, or I'm taking too many drugs, and it's just a complete change around that you actually need. And as I'll say, it is about what's up here. This is either going to be the greatest help to us, or it's going to be the greatest hindrance to us, because how we feel is our thoughts, and it's how other people you think can make us feel. But for me, it's about how you actually make yourself feel, because you can't make anybody, really and truly, you shouldn't make anybody make you feel in a certain way, because it's down to ourselves to cut that out. If somebody is saying something about you, really and truly, what they're doing is they're actually pointing out things about themselves. Because don't forget, we do sometimes struggle with insecurities, we do struggle with guilt, and we do struggle with shame. And those three things, guilt, insecurities, and shame, they're things that we're putting onto ourselves. You can feel guilty about things, and depending how bad it is, what you've done or what you haven't done, and the guilt is, I should stop taking drugs. So you're feeling guilty about that. I should stop drinking to excess. I should definitely stop that. I should be exercising and eating healthier. So you do feel it's just three things there from yourself that you know that you have to change straight away. They have to be changed, and it's only you from this, keep saying it over and over and over again and being repetitive, that you have to change. So it's about these principles that we have to put down. If we write them down, we can see them. As soon as we write them down, when we've physically done something, as I spoke about yesterday, about doing something physical, if you're in the act of doing something physical, it sticks with you more than actually just sometimes just saying it over and over and over and over again, because you're actually doing something. If you just write down and have yourself, like I do, as I've said, I've got my journals and stuff that I'll write in, because once I write it down, I know that it's going to come into existence, because I'm actually physically doing it. But I still have to put that work in. But I've written it down, so I know it's there. So that's the step. I also meditate, so I know that if I'm meditating, I'm clearing and I'm getting all the clutter and I'm getting all the junk and all the nonsense out of my mind. I'm just taking, even if you're just sitting there for, it doesn't have to be a case of where you've got your legs crossed and you've got your legs wrapped around your neck and everything else. It's just finding a quiet space. It's finding a moment. It could be a minute that you start with, of just having complete silence and finding your inner peace to say, right, this, I'm clearing all this nonsense out of my mind. This is where I'm going to start, is with this. I'm going to take control of my mind. I'm going to take control of my actions. I'm going to build my plan first, and it's building a plan and making sure that I'm getting rid of these things of insecurity, guilt and shame. I'm going to do something where I'm going to run. I'm going to take up a little bit of yoga. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to just do a few press-ups. I'm going to do a few sit-ups. I'm just going to do something that's a little bit in fast walking. I'm going to do something that I know that sometimes it puts me out of my comfort zone. Because when you should be uncomfortable, not comfortable. You should be uncomfortable, because I think you've been too comfortable in sitting down and doing nothing instead of being uncomfortable and doing something. When I run, I'm uncomfortable. When I'm doing my yoga and stretching, I'm uncomfortable, but afterwards I feel absolutely superb. I feel beautiful. I feel great. I feel energized. When I meditate, I have clarity of thoughts. I have clarity of mind. I feel that I am definitely 100% thinking clearer. So it's putting these simple things first. Yes, we are going to feel uncomfortable. We have to feel uncomfortable first before we can get comfortable. This is what we have to do. Structure your day. This will definitely clear out your mind. You'll have better results, and you'll be a better person that will come from all these results. That will definitely come. To me, I see myself as a black sheep of the family, because I'm different from everybody else. And if you go to a field, you see the black sheep in the family is away from the others. I don't want to be with the herd. I want to be where I am away, and I've got my own thoughts, and I'm not running down the path in the same way as everybody else, and that collective same thought. That sort of pattern where one's barring, so the other one will bar, and the other one will bleat, so that one will bleat, but they're all bleating the same song. They're bleating the same tune. There's no difference between them. You have to take control of your own thoughts and your own mind. So build up your principles of these few things. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges his lies. A man is never more truthful than when he acknowledges his own lies. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, it's only you to say that, okay, if you're obese, it's because you're not doing certain things. If you're a smoker, it's because you haven't stopped smoking. You can't look at anybody else. You have to look within. If you're unhealthy and you're not in the place where you should be, it's because of you.